Hello everyone. Um, you may have seen me talk about this, especially if you are in the Discord server of Speeds. If not, if you are maybe just a world player watching this, then welcome. This is also for you. I'm here to talk about my idea of a tournament and that I've crafted and I believe is gonna be fun to play on. So hear me out, give this a chance, and yeah, consider playing or getting a team to play because I really do think this is gonna be fun. So, first of all, any idea of a tournament nowadays in speed cannot be targeted at speed players. So the idea of this is to substitute the speed tournament that used to happen yearly in the .NET server. This year it will not happen. I have talked to the community manager of the .NET server and he has confirmed me that it will not happen. So this is my my way to propose a replacement for it. And if it works well this year, probably do it next. We'll see. So the base of the tournament is it is done in speed and it's a tribe versus tribe round. Private round, only two people of the tribes play. Only people of the two tribes playing each other will play and join. So it's not like a classic world where a lot of uncompetitive things can happen. For example, I know it happened plenty of times in the international rounds. You would have a round where like a classic where you would have like maybe 100 Dutch people or I mean Dutch is not the correct example, but whatever nationality, you would have like 100 people from a specific nationality, and then you would have 10 from another one, and of course those 10 would just lose. So sure, it is international. Is it really competitive though? Not really, because there are plenty of servers that have not too many players, and that does not necessarily mean they are worse than others in terms of skill, but in a public round, public classic, where diplomacies are a thing, where people can just join with a lot more accounts than other tribes, then that is a big thing, But what we propose here should counter all those negative things, so there won't be diplomacies between three tribes to focus one that doesn't exist. It's a speed round where you play tribe against tribe. That is all. So that's something. So now, if you are a world player, you are probably asking me, well, if it's in speed, why are you telling me to play this? Which is a very fair question. However, do not be scared by that, because I have planned this in a way so that it should be accessible to everyone. So the idea, first of all, most of the speed tournaments that were done in the past were all just done in low start rounds, and they were all very based in sprinting and things like that. Nowadays, there's basically no one who knows how to do that, sadly. I would like to, but it's rare. Basically, it doesn't exist. There's basically no one playing. So, what we propose here is instead the teams make their own settings. And how exactly does this work? So the tournament would be a bracket like tournament, like a bracket style format. You would have this. So that's how it works. Just like, I mean, I don't know if you have been long around keeping up with what I've been doing. It's exactly the same as the 1v1 tournament. Is this it? Why do I have to log in to see this? Bracket. Yeah, it was like this, literally like this. So you have an initial bracket, you have a losers bracket. This is exactly the same thing as I'm proposing to happen here, but instead of it being a best of one, it's a best of three. And in the first two rounds, the settings are made by the players, and I will leave this topic in the description, by the way. You can find it there, and also the invite link to the Discord server, where everything related to this tournament will happen. So the settings are made by the players, and this means that a team will always inherently have an advantage in their settings. I mean, we are giving the teams the time now because the tournament is only set to happen in mid-January, by the way, so there's a lot of time. You can prepare. It's not like you have to rush and find a team. You're fine. You're chill. So the teams are supposed to find a setting that they are most comfortable with playing on, and then that is one of the rounds they will play, one of the 3 matches, or at least of the best of 3, right? If one team wins the first 2 matches, it's over. But this should give the tribes a bit more of I don't know, a bit more of a chance at winning at least one game, right, out of the 3. So that should make them have fun, because winning is fun, obviously. But it should also be very fun having to adapt to the settings of the other team. So basically, the first 2 matches out of the best of 3 are played on settings made by the players, by the teams who are playing in the rounds. And then, if there is a tie, which is what I'm hoping for most of the times, because if there isn't a tie, it either means one of the tribes is extremely bad, or the other tribe is extremely good, and completely stomped the enemy tribe, because they were even able to adapt to the settings that the enemy tribe proposed, basically. So our aim here is to make it so the tribes have their own sort of safety round, where they play their own round, and then the tiebreaker round, if necessary, will be a randomly generated round out of all the models we have. So the models, I mean, we have more than 200 models in the Italian server. I can show you. This is how it will work. We have all the rounds here. This is the number of the round, and we just use a random number generator in Chrome, and we choose which round it will be. So it will be a matter of adapting and being prepared to play any sort of settings. Now, obviously, no one is prepared to play every sort of settings, but the more you prepare and the more settings you are exposed to, and you can easily just practice by playing some rounds. And I mean, it's not even a matter of playing rounds. If you play well as a team and if you can adapt well, it's not like you need to practice a lot. So it shouldn't require your entire month to be preparing for this tournament. It should be fine. But yeah, it's all about adapting. That's the idea of the tournament. And it's all about making the game feel fair, especially because basically no one plays speed. So, for that to happen, the team compositions have some rules. We are not going to allow pro player teams to be made. So basically, if we see a team has too many pro players in speed, obviously we know who is good and who isn't, well, we will split the team in 2, or we will just not allow the team to be done like that, because if that were to happen, that team would probably just stomp the rest. And the idea of this is to call world tribes to come play and to come challenge their rivals in a speed-based tournament, basically. And that just can't happen if there's teams just stomping everyone with full good speed players. That can't happen. And also, by imposing this restriction, we are also calling back good pro players that have played in the past, and that maybe nowadays don't really play, but that play worlds. I know a few good players of speed that have stopped playing speed because there isn't much interest there, whatever, but they do play worlds, so they can, with this, bring out their world tribe to come and play. So that is cool. That is very cool, and that's basically our objective here. We just want to have the biggest amount of tribes possible playing, basically. There is a limit, a minimum, for the tournament to happen. We need at least 8 teams, because if not, it's not even an international tournament. It would be pointless to call it international in the slightest if there isn't at least 8 teams. Pointless. So 8 teams is the minimum. If we don't reach that number, no tournament. It's as simple as that. So you should help this happen, and you should talk about it in your server, in your Tribalwars server. Message your enemy tribes, tell them to come play, to come try it, and yeah, there are some things still to be decided, like the number of players per tribe, and that is something that is in discussion right now in the Discord server, and you should be a part of the discussion. There are some things here, some arguments to take into consideration regarding the discussion of members per tribe. You can read those, and you can make your own. Obviously, that's the point of all of this. It would be useless for me to come here and just force people to play in a specific format, because that does not appeal to everyone. I want to appeal to as many people as possible in this tournament, clearly by the team restrictions and things like that. And it would not be that if I was not listening to the player feedback. So I do want feedback. Please come join the Discord server and give me all the feedback that you may have. We are looking forward to hearing everything and to changing things for the better. We also make some suggestions here on how you can find a tribe if you don't really have a tribe. Also talk about how organizing the matches will work. And basically, how things happen, basically, from a captain perspective. So that is pretty much all. Now it's like rules, script rules. Our goal here is to be inclusive, to just be inclusive. We need to know what people will be using. This is like the best rules I could come up with. I feel like the goal is, above all, transparency. You can read all of this, and you should, but the main idea that I have for it is that there should just be a chat where every tribe goes there and puts their scripts, all their scripts. If they are using a script that is not one of those, they get banned, and they can just see what the other tribes are using. Like, everyone knows what everyone is using and what those scripts do. The game should not be about scripts. That is the goal of this. Then you have sanctions, bans, things regarding breaking rules. This is all very useful to read if you are planning on playing. So do play it. And here I leave some suggestions for team captains or potential team captains, which I believe are very useful. I've played some speed tournaments before, and from experience, this is what is necessary. And that is all. The tournament should be fun, so join the Discord server, come give us some feedback, and yeah, do let us know what you think about it. And that is it. Yeah, that is all I have for now. I hope you like the idea and you are willing to give it a try. If you are, you know what to do. But yeah, bye.